All right, top of the morning, guys. I thought I'd take a couple minutes and talk to you about where I'm at on the Islander project, and show you a little bit on what I've done with the structure here since I chopped the top off. Might be some value there in somebody doing kind of a bow removal sort of a build. So check it out. First up, I'll show you where I'm at with this, all the lower side seat boxes and structure from the last time I posted up. This bow piece right here is just kind of sitting there loose, but eventually that'll get installed. So I went through and sanded everything down and rounded all the edges and filled in all the holes from fasteners and all that stuff. Took me a while, but the seam right here from my original seat boxes and decking, and then the new stuff, took me a while to get that nice and flat, but a lot of epoxy work and sanding and fairing and feathering and all that. I think that seam will just disappear, as if I just did this all as one build, so that was cool. Took the router to this edge, making a nice round edge, because obviously this is going to get a lot of traffic here, so that'll be good. And then you can see I took 5200 at all the seams to give it a nice nice rounded piece there, so it all looks nice and uniform, and it'll give you like what I've done there. You know, that's where I put 5200 originally, so it gives it a nice finished look. So that's that. Let's see what else. Yeah, that's that on the lower part. So this upper structure here, the gunwales and such. Let's see here. So when the Islander top was on, there were some angle brackets. 1, 2, and then 3 and 4, and they were already original to the hull. And of course, for the bow skin, there was a support piece there, and then one here as well. That one would have been at the very front of the bow skin, and then this one would have supported, the windshield would have gone right here, and this one would have supported the whole structure up above. So nice thing was the angles were already there. Angle aluminum was already there, so all I did was, you can see, I just chopped out a piece of plywood and mounted that. It's glued to the skin part, the gunwale skin, and then bolted into the angle there. And boy, that gives it a lot of strength. You can see really solid. So good strength coming from these 4 pieces right there. So that's cool. And then the other piece of structure I thought I'd show you is are these pieces right here. Now originally the cabin bulkhead would have been here, and would have obviously come up and then in underneath the gunwale there. So all I did was cut out these pieces here. You can see there's the aluminum angle that it's bolted into there, and of course I made a cutout for my controls and cables and all that. Same thing over on this side, and a little cutout there to run my wiring and whatnot. That stuff is, these pieces are glued in place, bolted in place, and you can see sealed up, glued at the top with PL, and you can see these are ultra strong too. So now at the lower end down there, what I did there was actually laminated it in as a lap joint to this main bulkhead right here, this 1.5 inch fat bulkhead right here. Okay, so the whole entire structure is like a big U that comes all the way around here like this. And of course that giant bulkhead right there is connected to everything else, all the bow structure, up front, the deck, and then of course the deck itself down here. Deck is connected to the stringers and these side panels and the shelves, and ultimately connected to the hull. And of course the seat boxes give additional rigidity here, so I feel really good about the entire structure here, and keeping this a good solid boat. My hope is that in chop, as this hull is getting hammered down, it gives it a good solid feel, a good solid thud, rather than the rattle. So I feel this is a good solid structure all in all. Now the top part, the inside part of the gunwale, as you can see, all I did here was rivet in some aluminum angle. You can see there, I actually, when I originally cut the top off, I wasn't entirely sure how much I wanted to cut off the bow. So once I got that figured out, I just bent that down, and of course it gives it more strength, more rigidity. Pieces of aluminum angle there, all the way around, all the way around. So that's what that looks like. It's not real pretty, but I don't care. It's solid, it's strong, because what's going to happen from here is I'm actually going to take a piece of 1/2-inch plywood all sealed up and rivet that to this whole entire structure all the way around and all the way to the stern of the boat. And so that'll tie everything in all together, and so this gunwale will be really nice and strong. You know, if I have that 1/2-inch piece connected from here to there, and then all the way around, be a good solid strong piece, connecting everything together. For the bow part, bowmost section, I'm actually going to run that piece of plywood right underneath here, and it's going to extend up to here to make this a good solid platform for me to stand on when I'm throwing an anchor or whatever. And then there'll be another piece here. So that's really the backbone of the entire gunwale skin. Then on top of that, I'll have my padding, my cockpit combing pad, that'll be mounted to a 1/4-inch piece of plywood, and that'll get mounted to what I've done here. So it'll just add more strength and rigidity, and of course a nice finished look to it, and something to lean back on and chill out. So anyway, that's where I'm at. Still plugging away, nothing special to look at right now, but I'm feeling pretty good where I'm at. Got a lot of winter left, so I like not rushing, and we'll get it done one way or another. Alright guys, have an awesome Christmas. See ya.